You look good.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
You shuffle your papers.
Welcome to Potawatomi Sportsbook Weekly. This is Austin Herdina, Sportsbook Manager, Zach Stute, Restaurant Manager, and Eric Osterman, our Director of Digital Gaming. This week we're coming off another Packers game that left bad taste in our mouth, I think. Right, guys? Packers,
to say the least.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was terrible.
Yeah. Man.
Colts guy.
Yeah, I'm a Colts guy. We will get there. But I just, the Eagles' defense is tough. But to have that kind of showing on offense, we talked about Jordan Love last week. It's just, we need more, right? There's no other way to put it. You have to give us more than that. And, Jacobs kind of did everything that he could, but, it kind of seemed towards the end there. I don't know about you guys, but to me, it seemed like they kind of cued in on that, on the run game and, said, beat us, Jordan Love, and he just couldn't.
Yeah, our offensive line, I think, is the weakest part of our offense.
And Jenkins done for the year now.
Is he out for the year now?
Yep, out for the year.
Oh, that's a huge loss.
Fractured fibula, so.
Yeah, we can't afford more injuries in the offensive line. They're the anchor of the team, I think. If you don't have a good offensive line, it's hard to win in the NFL.
No, I agree. And one thing that I wanted to bring up is Matt LaFleur came from Tennessee, and when he was in Tennessee as an offensive coordinator, he was a really run-heavy coordinator because obviously you have Derrick Henry, right? It looks like he's trying to get back to that here in Green Bay, but the offense has become so predictable that literally, I don't know if you saw that cut from like TikTok or Instagram where the defensive lineman for Philly on a 4th and 1 plays literally says inside zone here.
He's yelling it. Inside zone.
And at no point did anyone think that, like, hey, let's call a timeout. Let's do something different.
Well, to me, that is completely on Love, right? Like, as you mentioned, I was a Colts fan. I saw Peyton Manning for his entire career, basically. Not comparing the two, right? Peyton Manning, one of the greats. But you have to audible out of the play at that point. Like,
they know what you're doing.
If the defender calls out that he knows what you're doing, it's the easiest thing ever to just, hey, let me run my audible. There was a good chance that he already had 2 plays to go to, right?
Yeah.
That to me is inexcusable to just.
You're in a 2-minute offense. You're coming up to the line. You should have multiple play call options.
Exactly. You read the defense. You cut out of the play if it's not going to set up to the defense that you're seeing, and the guy called out the play and you just run anyway.
Aaron
That
Rodgers,
to me just shows he doesn't have the confidence.
100%. Aaron Rodgers is super infamous. You could see him even when he was playing the Packers. He'd come up to the line and says, can. Like they're moving on to another play because they get 2 play calls in there.
Do you feel it's the confidence of Jordan Love, or do you feel like he doesn't have the coach's confidence that he can audible out of that if he needs to?
I think right now LaFleur is coaching for his job. And that offense has looked very vanilla. Yeah. And when the Packers, like we've talked about before, when they go out, they make a trade for someone like Micah Parsons. They give up 2 first-rounders. You are in a win-now scenario. Like, you need to be winning games, and you can't be losing to teams like this. I mean, 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, we've lost by 3 points in each game. And McManus doesn't look like he can kick anymore. I know he's got a nagging injury, right?
Yeah.
But it's just that offense is vanilla.
Yeah, and to me, it just looks like the coaching staff doesn't have the faith in Love to give him those options, and that, if it hasn't already, is going to trickle down to his own confidence. And that's really what you don't want to see headed in, towards the depth of the season and hopefully a playoff run. But I think if they don't turn something around now, then Love is going to have a really tough finish to this season.
So playing the Eagles, tush push is obviously something that you always want to prepare for, right?
Yeah.
How do we prepare when the guards on both sides of the center are just false starting without the ball even being snapped, and the refs aren't calling it? Like, I understand that's a very, very difficult play to call, like, in the moment with a blind eye, right? But like with replay, it's very clear. Right. So I don't. Is that something that you think they've been doing for a while that we just haven't seen on the replay? Because I don't know how they do it so successfully.
You got to remember, Packers were one of the big teams that voted in that NFL meeting to get to ban the tush push. So for this to come up literally against the Packers, it's only further cementing the idea that this play calling needs to change or evolve. I mean, when the Wildcat concept came into the NFL, people just didn't know how to defend it. Now you got the tush push. People know how to defend it, but it's so ticky-tacky of a play. It's like throwing a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Like, penalties are going to occur, but, like, when do you call it?
I just wish that we could do it successfully. Like on that 4th and 1 right there, that would have been a good time, right?
Well, bring it back. Bring back Tucker Kraft, and I think this is kind of a residual effect of Tucker Kraft missing on the offense. But there's plenty of guys that have an opportunity to step up, and again, I'm kind of with you. It just looks like they don't trust Jordan Love to throw the ball.
And my question is, what do you do with this team going forward from a betting perspective?
Yep.
They
Fade.
I think they're probably going to get rated pretty high in the power ratings, right, because of their defense and because of the offensive potential that they have. But if you're just going off of the eye test, I don't know how you can back this team with your money right now.
We're in a close game every week. Like, even in our losses, we've lost every game. We haven't lost a game by more than 3 points.
Right.
Like, we're in every game, but those are also games that we didn't cover when we lost by 3 points. Like, we should have won those games.
Way under.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's sad right now to see what the state they're in, but it's also something that you kind of got to be a little happy that they've only lost games by 3 points or less. Like,
Right? I wish I could agree with that statement, but we're losing the teams that we should really be beating. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've seen it. I mean, Carolina, it just looks, we just look lost out there. The offense has no identity, and it looks like when they're trying to figure it out, they just end up going right back to Josh Jacobs. And, if Josh Jacobs goes down at this point, like, we have nothing going offensively.
So where do you go from here? How do you guys feel about Packers going into New York this week?
I'll piggyback off what Zach just said. This is a week where I'd like to see Josh Jacobs get 35 carries. I hate to say it, but the total is 43. To me, that looks like a dead under. If I'm the Packers, I'm running the ball down their throat. I'm pressuring Jameis Winston with everything that I have and telling him to beat me. To me, that's the key to success. 5. Hopefully, you get to 5 or so sacks, or at least a lot of pressures, and
You'll get to him.
Yeah, I think you will.
100%.
Jameis has always held onto the ball too long. So
I love Jameis Winston. I love watching him play.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun. He's the kind of guy that we talked about. He gets a lot of touchdowns, but he gets a lot of interceptions. That usually means points on the board. And the total's only 42. The last 4 times Giants and Packers have played each other, it's gone over. I know that obviously it's a different Giants team that we've seen, but unless the weather is supposed to be bad
for an under.
Yeah, I don't know what the weather's supposed to be,
under,
but you like the under.
I do. I like the under.
I like the under.
The way the Packers have been playing, and what we just said about Jordan Love, they're going to run the ball.
Yeah,
they have to run the ball. They don't have anything else. And with the way the Packers defense has been getting to the quarterback, I think this is just a recipe for an under game. I hear what you're saying about the streak, but streaks get broken all the time.
Personally, given how the Packers have been playing, how they're like, hey, some games I'm going to be on, some games I'm not. And this is like one of those times where you're like, you want to be a good bettor.
Yeah.
I'm just not betting the game. If I was to bet the game, I'm going to take the plus with the Giants, honestly.
So the last 5 times the Packers have played a team with a losing record, we haven't covered the spread. Mm-hmm. It just seems like we play down to the competition.
Well, that's what we were talking about with Carolina. I was like, does it not seem like they were playing with their food? And then all of a sudden they come out at halftime. Like, every time you play a losing team, this is their Super Bowl. Like, they want to beat the cream of the crop every time. If you're talked about as one of the best teams in the NFC, if you're the Carolina Panthers on the other side, you're just a train wreck. You want to come out and you want to beat the best that the NFL has to offer.
So there were a lot of other games in the NFL this past week, one of which I saw at one point, your best team in the NFL, Seattle Seahawks, were winning 35-0 when I took a peek at it.
That's 2 weeks in a row they were up more than 30 at halftime.
That's incredible. What do you contribute to their success?
What's going right for them right now? Everything. I feel like you can't run the ball against them. You're forced at that point to throw the ball on their defense, who has got two all-pro corners.
Yeah.
And Tariq Woolen and the other guy on the other side, Witherspoon from Illinois. And then you got, savvy run defense. You got Sam Darnold, who is, he's slinging it. He's got the highest average air completion right now in the league at like 9.9 yards.
He's been awesome this year.
Picked up Shaheed.
Yeah, I picked up Shaheed from the Saints, another deep threat they have now. I was looking at some numbers, and Darnold is not far off the most passing yards in the league right now. And he's 12-1 to throw the most passing yards right now at our Potawatomi Sportsbook. I think that might be a good play right there. 12-1 for Darnold to lead the league in passing yards.
Yeah, we saw this from Darnold with the Vikings as well. He, I think last year was over 4,500 yards or something right around there. And, can he get it done when it really matters? I know I think that this Seahawks team is a little bit better overall than the Vikings team last year, but he needs to get it done in a big spot for me before I'm a believer.
Stop the Darnold hate.
Well, they have.
It's fact. It's not hate.
There's big opportunity this week, Seahawks and Rams.
Yeah, this will be a good one.
The Seahawks are +3 at LA. They're both 7-2 on the year. I think, this is going to be a huge game, not just for both teams, but also just for playoff positioning too.
Yeah, it's a huge divisional game, and it's an even bigger playoff game. You could be talking about potentially who's got home field advantage. And I know if you're going to Seattle, it's going to be a tough one to win regardless. You know what I mean? It's the 12th man.
Yeah. So are you scared of the Rams?
Not even a little bit.
You think Seahawks get it done?
Absolutely.
Eric, what do you think?
I'm on the other side of that game. I think it's a big deal that this game is not in Seattle. The 12th man we know is for real. This game being in LA, though, I think is big. And I think the way the Rams are going right now, they're clicking in all facets of the game. So only laying a field goal here, I think, is I think it's a little short. Probably would have made it a little bit more than that. So from a betting perspective, I would be on the Rams minus the points here.
All right.
That's going to be a good one. Matt Stafford is 3 games now, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's playing lights out. What's his MVP odds?
Stafford plus 275. He's currently the favorite, tied with Drake May.
Yeah, amazing.
I'll tell you what, Drake May kind of reminds me of Stafford when he was young. I think they got some similarities.
May's a little bit more mobile, I feel like, than Stafford was. I just like seeing Stafford kind of like going back to like the old school Stafford that he was when he was with the Lions. Like those no-look throws and just
the drop-down arm angles were,
Yeah, man, he's looking great.
He was a little sassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a good way to put it. Yeah.
He's an incredible. He's still an elite quarterback in this league, and to give him the weapons that they have. If they had even like a reasonable tight end in that offense, that thing would have been blown wide open for them.
Yeah. So while we're on that topic, why don't we get into this week in the NFL? Tonight's game, we got New York Jets at New England Patriots. Huge number in this one on a Thursday night. Patriots minus 13. What do you guys think about that one?
Spread's a little bit too big for me to want to get involved in the Patriots, but I would not back the Jets with your money right now, much less my money. So I'm going to go to the total for this one. I think this one's I'm going to go. I'm on the under on this one, 43. I think it is currently.
Yeah.
And I don't see how the Jets keep up, and this to me looks like a 21-7 game or something like that.
Zach, any opinion on this game?
As you know, there was a team last week that was playing Carolina that had a similar spread. Didn't turn out the way we were hoping. For me, New England's been just money when you're betting their team total on the over, and right now we have it at 27.5. They've covered that. I think in the last 3 games they've covered that. Don't quote me, but I'm on the opposite end. I think it's over the 43. I think it's just going to be Trevion Henderson and his ability to kind of break the game open is gonna really show up tonight. We saw it last week, and I think we'll see it again.
Yeah, I think Ramondre Stevenson's going to be out. I know Hunter Henry is questionable. So some of the weapons for the Patriots are not all there right now, but I don't think they'll need all the weapons to take care of the Jets. The Jets are a team that a couple weeks ago I said they're the worst team in the NFL, and then they rattle off back-to-back wins. So what do I know? I don't know. But last week I did say the Patriots as an underdog going into Tampa was my play of the week.
Yeah.
and they got it done.
Yeah, I followed you on that.
They looked good. So I think the Patriots definitely get it done tonight. 13's a big number. If I had to pick something in this game, I would lean the 13. I'll take the minus 13 on the Patriots. Going into Sunday, we got another early game, another Europe game. We got Commanders +3 at the Dolphins.
It's another one of those games where I'm not going to watch unless I have to. But the Dolphins have been a little bit spunky ever since Zach said they were the worst team in the NFL. Big win last week. So yeah, if I was going to lean one way here, I'd probably lean Dolphins, but not a strong opinion. Maybe a little over on the total, but yeah.
This kind of goes back to what we were saying, those games that you just want to stay away from. I mean, it's on neutral territory, we'll say, and getting that jet lag. I mean, this game could go either way. I'd rather stay away, but for the betting aspect of it, I'd like the money line on the Commanders. Just again, if you get plus money on some with these two bad teams, why not take it?
Yeah, if you feel it's a toss-up, you're better off taking the points, is my thought on it. That's usually how I think. Panthers and Falcons. This is a game that Panthers, coming off that big win of the Packers, lose to the Saints last week. I think that so many different bettors were on the Panthers last week. It just seemed like a big shock to a lot of people. The Falcons are a team that I don't even know what they are. I really don't know how to look at this team, because they're just, one week they look pretty good, the next week they look pretty bad. I don't know. This game's a game I'm throwing in the air. I have no idea either. I'd rather be on the points. Give me Panthers +3.5.
Tyler Algier had 5 red zone touches to Bijan Robinson's 1 red zone touch, and it's again a team that kind of lacks an identity, but it's got all the pieces. So every week somebody shows up. I mean, some jumps off the stat line. You got Drake London with 150 receiving yards. You got Bijan with 26 carries and 200 total yards. It's just, but they haven't been able to manage it. I mean, for me, I take Carolina plus points.
Nothing to add here. I would also be on Carolina just because I don't know what you're getting with Atlanta. So,
but the next game is one of my favorite games of the week. You got the Chicago Bears getting 3 points at the Vikings. I love the Bears in this spot. The Vikings have had the Bears number for the last few years. The Vikings, in fact, have won 8 of the last 9 matchups. Yeah, who hasn't, right? But this is a different Bears team. This is completely different. You got a completely different, overhaul at the coaching staff. A young stud, number 1 overall QB, just getting into his second year. Good pass catchers, solid running game, decent defense. I mean, not great defense, but they're decent defense. I think that's enough to beat Minnesota. I think the Bears are a playoff team this year. I'm really surprised looking at some prices. They're plus 150 to make the playoffs right now. I think you should run to the windows right now. Plus 150. What are they? 6-3?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
They're a good team.
They're above the Packers right now.
I think the Bears are a good team. A lot of these teams that are in the border playoffs they're not getting it done. I'm not a believer in a lot of them. Give me the Bears +3 in this game, and I think this is a game that on the road that they just show that they're a contender in the NFC this year.
Cosign. I don't have anything to add. That was very well said by Austin. I like the Bears a lot. Love that offense. If the defense can show up, I think they got this one.
Interesting take, because as you said that, I was like, well, I mean, there's a little bit of a logjam in the NFC North right now with the Packers, Lions, and Bears. You know what the odds are on the Chicago Bears to win the division?
3-1, 4-1,
+7. I mean, it's +700. That's a bet right there. And you know what? I mean, again, it's fun money.
Yeah.
And I agree. Chicago's been really fun to watch on offense, and they haven't even tapped into some of these guys that they drafted this year, like Luther Bird. And I mean, Loveland had a big game.
Yeah.
But I mean, I see an ascending offense. They got to figure it out on defense. But I hate to say it as a Packer fan. I feel like you're not too far off, or the Bears are at some point we're gonna have to recognize them as a contender.
I like it when the Bears are good, though. I like the Packers and Bears having a good rivalry. It's I don't know. I kind of got. Did we get sick of winning? I feel like I got sick of winning, always beating the Bears. I want to see.
The Bears still suck.
They do still suck, but I want to see competition. I want to see it. Next game of the week, we got Bengals at Steelers. Bengals are +5.5.
Yeah, I kind of like the Bengals in this spot. They're coming off a bye. Flacco is just keeps defying, Father Time, and I really like their offense in this spot. The Steelers obviously have proven that they have that solid pass rush. Saw it against Indy, but getting 5.5, I like the Bengals here.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. I actually kind of like Pittsburgh at -5.5, and that's for me that's hard to say. I feel like that's kind of a toss up with that game in particular. I just that defense in Pittsburgh is only getting better as the season progresses. Yep. I feel like they keep finding a way to kind of take over games, and I mean they kept the Chargers pretty contained last week.
I think if the Bengals have any hope in being a playoff team this year, they have to win this game.
Yeah,
this is a must-win.
Burrow's practicing now.
I just don't think they're gonna be. I think the Steelers get this one done, and I'll take the Steelers -5.5.
I just want to point out real quick that the Chargers' offensive line is terrible.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. Depleted.
The next one is we talked on it a little bit already. The Packers -7 at New York. What's your official pick?
Staying away from the point spread, taking the under.
You know what? For the fun of it, give me the Giants +7. I kind of like that.
I think this is a breakout game for the Packers. I think they're hearing the noise right now. I think Jordan Love is gonna ball out. I know you said give the ball to Jacobs every down, but I think Packers just they're gonna put up 30. I don't know if the Giants will do this. This defense, we just held the Eagles to 10. You think we're gonna give the Giants 20 points? I don't think so.
No. So I don't think you're going to give the Giants anything. That's why I like the under.
Give me the Packers -7.
Nothing for the Giants.
Houston Texans -7 at the Titans. That's a huge number for this Houston team. But Tennessee has not really shown much this year.
They've been non-factors.
They have. And Houston had a great fourth quarter coming down after being down 19 in the fourth quarter. They came back to win last week. So I like that momentum. Give me Houston -7.
I like that too. Houston by a touchdown is cool because, Titans, I don't even know who they go to.
This is another one where I couldn't back the Titans with somebody else's money, much less mine. So all three of us are on Houston here.
Chargers -3 at Jaguars. Early start, noon game for an LA team going out to the East Coast. Chargers -3. I just think they're the better team than the Jaguars, even with the injuries they have. I'll take Chargers -3.
Co-sign that.
I'm on the other side of that one. The Jags have an opportunity here to get themselves into a wild card spot. I think that they're starting to play well, and if they can get a little bit of pressure on Herbert, I think they got a good shot. So I'll take the points.
I still think that the Colts are overrated. So I think the Jaguars still have a chance to even win the division, let alone the wild card.
You know what?
I'm picking against them this week. But I do think that the Colts are just way overrated. So I think the Jaguars, they're only a 3-point dog to the Chargers. So I think the Jaguars could win. And I think the AFC South is still open. The Colts right now are -500 to win that division. And I think that's just crazy.
Man, I'm starting to like the Colts. I've been a naysayer on them for a little while. But
Colts, best team in the NFL.
Daniel Jones might have just played his way into a $100 million contract.
I wouldn't want to give it to him. But
they gave it to him twice now.
Yeah,
the Daniel Jones effect is going to happen, hopefully.
One of my favorite games this week as well. Tampa Bay Buccaneers +5.5 at the Bills. What do you guys think?
I don't really know what to make of this one. I think the number is right about perfect. When that's the case, I tend to lean towards the underdog. So if I had to bet this one, I'd probably take the Bucs plus the points. But don't really feel great about that one.
I'm on that one too, +5.5, and I like the over. I think it's both teams kind of defensively are not that stellar.
I think you guys are wrong. I think you're very wrong. This Bills team has won 14 of their last 15 home games.
But they lost to Miami.
They did lose to Miami. I understand that. But, how often do you see in the NFL a team lose terribly one week, come back and crush an opponent the next? The league is so crazy like that. They take care of business at home. The crowd is great. The Bucs have to travel to cold, windy Buffalo, right? That's a factor. It is. No one circles the wagons quite like the Buffalo Bills. Let me just say that.
That is undisputed. That's right. Yes.
Seahawks and Rams. We touched on it a little bit. Seahawks +3 at Rams. What do you think?
You know where I stand. Give me Seattle. Give me the money line. Give me the spread. Whatever you want, I'll take it.
I think both these teams are good football teams.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this going either way, so I'd rather get to 3. So I'll take Seahawks.
I'm on the other side. Lock me in for the Rams. I think it's a big deal that this game's not in Seattle. So
49ers -3 at Arizona. This is one of those games that I'm probably not going to pay a lot of attention to. Cardinals, I feel like they're not going to do anything this year. 49ers, I don't really know what to expect from that team. I feel like one week they look good, next week they look bad. If I had to pick something there, I'd lean 49ers -3.
yeah, I'm on the same. I can't really back the Cardinals right now. I like the way that the Niners run the ball. Obviously, McCaffrey bounced back last week after a horrible week the week before. So I think the 49ers control the ball, and I think they win this one pretty easy.
I agree with you on that, but I'm going to stay away from the spreads on this and just go the under. 48 seems pretty high.
Yeah. Ravens -7.5 at Browns.
Oh. The Browns always seem to play divisional opponents well.
Yeah.
I was on Minnesota last week against the Ravens, and they proved me wrong. So I guess I'll take the Ravens. I think they still, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're still in the hunt for it. And if they're, they have something to play for, the Browns don't. So I'll take the Ravens.
I'm with you on that. I think Ravens -7.5. I think that I would be a lot more comfortable if that number was like 5 or 6, but I'll take the 7.5 still.
Yeah, I think I'm on that too.
Chiefs at Broncos. Huge game for the AFC West. These teams have played a lot of games close. Chiefs -4 at Denver.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I know there are a lot of Denver truthers out there, and don't get me wrong, the Broncos do look good. But the Chiefs, they've hit their stride. That offense looks like the offense from 3 and 4 years ago. I don't want to bet against them right now, so I'm on the Chiefs.
Yeah, this is the time of year the Chiefs usually put things together. They start making a run, finish the year strong, going into the playoffs. I'll take the Chiefs -4.
Their defense is looking pretty up to par as of late, especially to KC -4. I like that.
Sunday night game. We got Detroit Lions at Philly. Coming off this atrocious offense we saw against the Packers. Can the Eagles put up enough points to play with the Lions? Like, the Eagles are favored by 2.5. I find that shocking. Like, I think
that's the Vegas trap right there.
Maybe I just think a lot more about the Lions than most people, but I think the Lions are going to win this game by a touchdown. I really do.
I'm on the other side of that. I like the Eagles less than a field goal. The Lions, to me, they're another one of those teams where it's kind of like, what are you going to get? There's a lot of games they look good, and then all of a sudden they'll just not show up. They just won't get off the bus. So I think Eagles going home, getting that Philly crowd behind them. I think this is the spot for the Eagles here.
It's going to be a physical game. That is something. These are 2 of the top physical teams in the league.
Dan Campbell's a heck of a coach.
The Eagles need to run the ball. I mean, Saquon needs to be the Saquon of last year, but
oh man, he's not great this year. I like Detroit. Give me the money line because it's
smart man.
I'll take the plus money anytime.
Last game Monday night, Cowboys at Raiders. Cowboys -3.5. This is another game of mine that's one of my favorite plays of the week. The Raiders have lost 17 of their last 18 games as underdogs, including 7 straight at home. The team doesn't surprise anyone. I don't think they'll show up for Monday night. I think the Cowboys roll in this one. I think they win by double digits.
Why does this game even have a primetime spot?
It's going to get a lot of eyes on it. It's the Cowboys always do.
It screams like the over on this.
I agree. I like the over as well, and I'm with Austin on the Cowboys here. Anybody that can run the ball halfway decent, I always like against the Raiders. So hopefully the Cowboys can control it, minimize the turnovers, and I think they win this one kind of easily.
Yeah, I'm with you guys too. -3.5 on Dallas.
So if you guys are coming in to watch any of these games, if you come in on Sunday morning between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., we have our early bird special where you're getting 5 times your points, 5 times your rewards points. It's a really good offer. It's for any bets. So regardless if it's NFL or NBA or whatever, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings, you want to take advantage of that. Another cool promotion we have going on is our shuttles. if you're going to Bucks games, like come in and use our shuttle. It's a no-brainer in my mind. You place a bet for $5 or more, or you have a purchase in the restaurant, you're getting a bracelet, and you get on the shuttle. It comes right from the annex. There's 3 shuttles that'll just run continuously. They start an hour and 15 minutes before the game, and then starting in the third quarter, you can come on back to Potawatomi if you'd like.
Great place. You don't have to worry about finding parking, right? You know, we have a nice big parking structure. Park comfortably, come in, make a bet, and catch the shuttle. There's nothing better.
Not only are you saving money by not paying for the parking, but you have the ability to make money by placing a bet.
That's what I'm saying.
Go.
I mean, make sure you guys come in. Again, any purchase will get you a wristband. Stop in at our bar. We got great bartenders here. We're bringing on a ton of new tap beer for winter. Make sure you check that out. We got a ton of promotions during football season. Make sure you take advantage of our bucket specials. All that we got. It's great here at the Book on Sundays, and every game during the week is always a great time.
Yeah, and then Thanksgiving. We're going to be open early for Thanksgiving. Is that right? It's a couple weeks away.
Thanksgiving burger here at Sportsbook.
All right.
Nice.
Was that the special we're having?
That's the special. It's on. It's going to be on.
Is it a turkey
Thursday.
burger?
It's a turkey burger.
How about that?
Cranberry sauce. It's got all the fixings. It comes with 2 sides. I think it's only like $18.99. I mean, again, why not come here, watch the Packer game?
I'll be here. I'm going to get one.
I'm going to bring one over to you.
All right. Sounds great. So we have our shuttles. We also have reservations. Like, if you guys aren't going to the game and you want to come and watch the Bucks, you want to come watch NFL, you want to come watch UFC 322 this weekend.
Yeah, good card this weekend.
Yeah.
Make sure you get in here and reserve yourself a seat. I mean,
It's going to be packed.
no better place to watch UFC than right here in the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
So head to Potawatomi.com. You'll see the Sportsbook tab, and then you can click on reservations. That will bring you to the area where you see our layout of our room, the type of seating that you want. You're putting money down towards the deposit. So, like, you're not necessarily just paying for the space. You're paying for the food and beverage that you will have during that time. So it's really nice offer for the people to be able to plan their weekend ahead of time and just enjoy our food and drink. And you said some new beers coming on tap?
A lot
What
of
do
new
we got?
beers. Oh, man. We got like Sam Adams. We got the winter lagers all rolling out. We got stouts. We're trying to get this milk chocolate stout right now. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
That's what I'm
Sounds
saying. It's called a chocolate milk stout. So we'll get it in. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you guys take care of your servers. Come on down and join us. It's going to be a heck of a time. Pato always appreciates you guys.
Yeah. I also want to mention a couple huge tickets that I saw this week. So we had some winners. You know, every day it seems like we're having at least one winner of some small, like $5-10 bet for $5-10 grand. A couple of them this week we saw was $5 to win $11,585. Just a bunch of it was
Nice.
NFL, just a bunch of people to score touchdowns.
Anytimes, huh?
Yeah, I think it was like 8 or 9 legs. Just a lot of different a lot of guys score touchdowns. It's an interesting way to bet. I mean, I know a lot of people
like that.
a lot of people like to bet on like who will score a touchdown. We have so many different options for how to place bets here, and that's definitely one of our favorites that I'm noticing from our guests is, you know, touchdown bettors. What do you guys like? What are some of your favorite ways to bet sports, football in particular? Like what do you like to bet? Do you like to bet spreads, totals a lot? Do you look into the player props?
I love player props, and you know, I think live betting's fun. I try to stay away from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I'm more of a futures player. As we get more into the spring season, you'll probably hear I love to bet golf. It's one of my favorite things to bet on. And one of the things that I enjoy is being able to find spots where you can find like big value, right? So bringing it back to football, like you mentioned, the Bears bet to win the division, that kind of stuff intrigues me. Or, you know, the Colts, I think somewhere around 80 to 100 to 1 before the season started to win the Super Bowl. So I like to be able
throwing
to
money away. Just letting you know. Don't bet the Colts.
be a nice little early cash out right now.
It would be. That's true. That's true. You got some value there.
Yeah, so I like to kind of sit down, do my homework, and see where I can pick my spots with maybe some longer odds, and then take advantage of those early cash outs, or maybe take advantage of some overreactions. People a lot of times will just go off of what they've seen recently and over adjust, and you can find some good spots with some big numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're someone that still believes that like Mahomes, Josh Allen, have a lot to show in the last 8 weeks of the year, can they be MVP? Right? I'm like, why not? Why?
Yeah.
They both have an opportunity to finish the season with the best record, and that goes a long way. I mean, you don't see a lot of MVPs come from teams that are 10-7, 9-8. You see them more from the teams that win 12, 13 games. It's just I like betting all different kind of ways. I love betting football. I mean, just college football too, NFL. I don't know. I love all betting. I'm not really in particular, I guess. Zach's more of a live. He likes to get the feeling of the game before he places the bet.
The feel.
It's different for me for different sports. Like, I think if I'm betting NFL, I like to bet it pre-match. If I'm betting NBA, I like betting during the game. And I usually look for a team that's like a little bit behind maybe in the first quarter or second quarter.
Yeah, that's a good point. Basketball's a game of runs, right?
Yeah.
You can get a good team that gets down early and maybe pick off a nice money line or two.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen a lot of games this year in the NBA already where a team's down 15 or 20 and they come back and they get it done in the fourth. But yeah, great discussion this week, guys. Packers at Giants on Sunday. If you want to come on in, get your reservations, Potawatomi.com. This is Potawatomi Sportsbook Weekly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.